Hey guys, how you doing today? We are on another episode, but today we are going to be talking about something I've never talked about before, aquatic turtles, and this aquarium is outside of my reptile room and the water looks terrible. And the reason why the water looks terrible is because of filter failure, overfeeding, not checking it, maintaining enough, and here we are. So today we're going to go ahead and clean this out, make it right, and show you some tips on the way of how to get it done. Let's go. So as you can see here, the water is super murky. It's not ideal at all. You can see my reflection, which you shouldn't be able to see in this aquarium. There's our little Linda right there. She's going to be coming out today. We'll be giving her a bath in some clean water and check her shell out, make sure she's doing okay. There are also some fish in here that you really can't see it all because the water is so bad. Now you'll notice on this side over here we have all this green algae, and the reason why this green algae is here, this buildup, is because that's where the basking bulb is. So we're going to add an additive to the clean water to prevent that from happening in the future. I'll show you what that algae cleaner looks like in just a minute. So we're going to get started and get our kit together to get this water out of here. So to get started, we're going to get this water out of here. And instead of using a bucket and manually having to haul this water out of the tank into a safe area, we're going to use a siphon and a simple water hose. Let's get it set up. Alright, so when we're going to connect these two, this is the actual pump, the siphon, if you will, and this is our garden hose. It doesn't matter if this is the male end or the female end. It doesn't matter because we're simply going to insert this into your garden hose. The key here is that you don't want to leave, be generous putting this into here. So you want this to go in as far as possible in the garden hose like this, and it's a nice snug fitting like that, and that will prevent water from coming out of this. The other end of this hose is actually just going out my window here to the front yard to my hospice, and that is because the water that's in this tank behind me is actually very nutritious for grass and plants and stuff. So it's actually a good way to recycle your aquarium water. So now we're going to get this, and we have this set up. We're going to get this end in the tank, and then we're going to go ahead and try to get this siphon started. So let's go over here. We're going to move you guys right here. And then I'm actually going to take this end. We're going to stick it right here in the back. And get the nozzle towards the bottom of the tank, like so. and then we'll simply just start pumping. There we go. Starting to get water. And there we go. It is now siphoning. It's now siphoning the water out of here. And as you can see here, we got water coming out. And again, that'll go right into my hostas over there. And that will give them rich nutrients from the aquarium water. So this is going to take a little bit of time here because you can see how slow that water is coming out. And we have quite a bit of water to go. So I'll get back with you here when we make some real progress and the water's getting lower, and we'll get on to our next step. Alright, so as you can see, the water is getting down there now. As I suspected, if you look right here, the trying to get you a better view. I don't like that. Hold on here. Let's get that lid open. As you can see, that filter is not pushing out any water. It should be shooting out of that nozzle right there, and it's not. And all that has to do with that sediment and soot that's in the bottom of the enclosure here. Let's set this back up here. I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about as we walk around the enclosure here. You can actually see all of this is what's left over from just nasty, like leftover food stuff that didn't get eaten, and just nasty sediment that's left over in this tank. This is a well overdue process that we're going to get taken care of. Now you can see Linda's still here in the tank, but she's going to be coming out momentarily. I'm actually going to start taking off the basking apparatus that goes on top, and then the cover here, and I'll actually start taking Linda out, there's 2 fish in here, and I'll be putting them in a tub, so they're okay as well. But once we get all the water out of here, then we're actually going to start taking care of all this junk that's in the bottom. We'll actually carry the aquarium outside and spray it out. Hopefully we can get all of this algae out of here, and then we'll actually work on the filter maintenance, which is right here. So there we go. So we're making progress. Things are coming along nicely. It's just a matter of getting everything taken care of and scrubbing and getting some elbow work in here. Elbow grease. Elbow grease. Elbow grease. Yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and take all the stuff off the top here, and we're going to go ahead and get all the animals out of here, including the fish. At this point there's a little bit of water left over, so I'll be able to use that water to put them in a tub with the same water they're used to, so that way they don't have to worry about acclimation. That's something we'll be working on here when we put them back in the tank. With the new water, we'll be doing an acclimation period, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So let's get started and getting the stuff off top here. We're going to be turning our light off, which is here, and then we'll just take this off the top and set it to the side. And then we will be taking our UVB bulbs off down to the side here as well. And let's see, our wires tangle. How to do this? Okay, pull that. There we go. There we go, okay. So I have this out of the way. Then we'll take our apparatus off. This is a really cool piece. Oh, there is food all over the top of that. This is a really cool piece for the turtle to go up and bask and kind of have that time out of the water as well. You always want to have a spot for them to be able to get out of the water at any given time so that way they can have a rest period as well. So we'll have that to the side. There. And finally we have the tank heater come out as well. Keeps the water nice and warm. And that's out. Alright, I believe. Oh, don't forget to turn off your pump. You don't want your pump to burn out in the process because it doesn't have any water to keep that pump cool. Oftentimes, you forget about things like that, and that'll actually burn up the internals in the pump, and then you'll have to buy a new pump on top of cleaning out your tank, and that's no fun. So we're going to turn that pump off as well, which I believe is plugged in on the other side. We're going to go turn that off real quick. There we go. The pump is off. Now we're going to go ahead and take the food off here on the top. We will grab our glass here. Ugh, this needs a good cleaning at all as well. That's quite nasty. So this is a well overdue process. Alright, now that our top here is exposed, we're going to go ahead and get all of our animals out. Fish and our two fish and our turtle. Oh, it stinks in there. Blah. So, what I'm going to do is take my container here, my temporary container here, and we're just going to scoop out some water like so. Now we get a little bit more. Oh, I don't think it's going to get much more than that. Okay. Alright. We'll have our water, set it aside over here. And I will grab my fish net. Alright, next we're going to get Linda out of there. We're going to have her in this red tote that's ready for her. So how we're going to do that, I believe, is we're going to do a little scoop method here. I'm going to get you guys moved out of the way over here. Turn this like this so you can see the action. And we're going to scoop her up like so. What are you doing? Come on, baby. There we go. Just like that. Pull her back like this. And Linda's in. Okay. I'll set Linda down over here. Get you a shot of Linda so you can see. There she is there. She's a pretty big girl. She's grown quite a bit. Oh, Linda. Linda is a yellow belly slider. She's not native to Michigan, but she can actually survive in Michigan if she wanted to, which makes them an invasive species here in Michigan, so it is not good to release them in the wild here in Michigan whatsoever. Do not do it. Find a rescue, find a place to take them that is suitable for them. And she is awesome. I like her shell. Her personality, she's always looking for food whenever get you back in here whenever she wants something. She's always checking you out. Get you set back up over here. Alright, so now there's one more fish in here somewhere and I can't find it. Trying to see where it would be, but we're gonna go. Wait a minute. No, not there either. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and finish getting the rest of this water out. So we have the tank off the stand. It is right outside here. I just went ahead and did a quick rinse on it. I actually have to go to work now, so tomorrow we will continue with the tank cleaning, and Linda for tonight will be hanging out right here in the tote. She'll be making noise, but she'll be okay, just for an overnight scenario. You don't want to leave her in the long term, obviously, but we're going to go ahead and get that tank cleaned. We're going to get the filter cleaned tomorrow as well. I want to show you that process. It's just a lot of cleaning. Just a lot of cleaning. But anyway, it has to be done, right? So tomorrow we'll continue. Alright guys, it's day 2. We're going to continue cleaning our aquarium. So I brought some things out with me today. You want to avoid using a glass cleaner. A lot of times these will have ammonia, which is harmful to your pets, even if it is like a hamster or something that you have in here. So don't use like a Windex type glass cleaner. Instead, grab this Nature's Miracle. This is basically an aquarium safe, animal safe wipe that you can use to kind of do the fine-tuned cleaning while you're taking care of your maintenance. And even if you're just cleaning the outside of it, be safe. Use this stuff here. I think it'd be a little better for your animal all the way around. So to get started here, what we're going to do is we're going to use an old scrubby to kind of work on the abrasive part here and getting this algae taken care of. Also, these rings here on the sides, we'll be working on that as well. So that's kind of our start today. We'll get the glass cleaned, and then we'll work on getting this thing reassembled, put back together, and we'll start working on the filter maintenance as well, because I think that was the root cause initially why everything kind of went to crap like it did, where the water was as nasty as it was. So as you saw in the previous video, you can see that outlet of the filter wasn't really producing any water, so it wasn't circulating, and ultimately that was the failure of the whole system. So we're gonna go ahead today, get that filter cleaned up, get this going, and alright, so I went ahead and just kind of re-dampened the inside of this, and I'm gonna take my cloth here and just start cleaning this up. It comes off pretty easily, as you can see here. Just a little bit of elbow grease here, and getting to work here, and keep your what do you call this thing, your you can see the pores get clogged pretty quickly here, so you want to keep this clean. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse this again, and kind of keep doing that, blah, 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 blah. Keep doing that frequently here to go ahead and make sure we get all these areas without having to do twice the work and having the same results. But it's working fairly nicely. Don't use anything, avoid like sandpaper or anything super abrasive, because you will scratch the glass, and you don't want that. So as you can see, all this stuff just comes off, and all I'm using is merely just water in this. Why is the name of this thing killing me? This is a sponge. There we go, sponge. So keep the sponge wet, and you should be fine getting this stuff out. So just keep working at it, like so. Getting that all cleaned out. I think the algae came off just nicely here, and I think we're gonna have to work a little harder in getting these rings taken care of here. This is where the water level sort of evaporated down over time. So getting this stuff kind of cleaned up might be a little harder. There is another way to get this stuff out if this doesn't work. Hopefully I don't have to resort to that, because it is a little risky, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and... Alright, so at this point our aquarium is clean. It's drying out. One thing I did want to add was the tool that I was referring to that's a little risky to use is this little scraper right here. This is a scraper used for like many aquariums anyway. The reason why it's a little risky to use is that it's a blade, and that blade can possibly scratch the glass. So use caution when using this. I suggest running water over it, because it's meant to be used in a submerged scenario as opposed to dry applications like we have here. So kind of keep that in mind when using something like this, that it can scratch the glass. So we are going to now work on getting the filter out and servicing that. We're going to do that outside here as well, because it can get quite messy. Alright, so this is our filter here. We're going to go ahead and open it up and start cleaning out the stuff that's inside. This filter does have a filter media in it, so it's not carbon. It has capability of being washed out and then put back together. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to simply wash out the screens and work on the filter media and rinse that out as well, and then put it all back together. We should be good to go after that. So we'll get these clamps off, and then this little mechanism here pulls the hose off. Oh, blah, look at that. Look at that sediment right there. That is why this thing wasn't working. Just so much sludge was built up in this filter that it was just unpassable anymore. We're gonna have a lot of work ahead of us. I'm gonna wash the hoses out too while we're at it. So take this off, these off, and see if we can't get this lid off of here. Come on. That should be off. That should be off. Okay. There it goes. Okay. Oh. Ugh. Look at that. That's disgusting. I don't remember the last time this thing was actually cleaned. I'm so embarrassed. This is nasty. So I'm simply just going to take this thing and turn it upside down and then rinse it out after that. So let's get started. Ugh. That is all nasty sediment. Ugh. How could this thing work? There goes some of it. That's one of the filters. There's another one. I mean, that's gross. I know you guys can't smell things through the video, but this smells awful. I'm trying not to puke right now. Ugh. Okay, let's get to work here. Let's get this done. I'm gonna take my hose and start rinsing all this stuff out. I got my hose right here. And we'll just give it an initial rinse. Clean some of the gook off this stuff. And this is just animal waste from the turtle and the fish that are in there. Excess food from feeding, and just natural bio waste. Clean the filter media packs out really good. Get these things out good here. Oh, right in my face. I just sprayed stuff in my face. Alright, I think that's back to normal. We'll set that over there. Get our next one here. Clean that out. Alright, those are good. Let's get this thing clean. Put that aside. Everything weighs like twice as much as what it should. It's crazy. We are going to ease out of here. Ugh, gross. Oh, that's nasty. But it's getting there. The good thing is all this is cleanable and reusable. Boy, is this thing just filled with nasty stuff. Ugh. I'm going to show you a before and after here of the sponges. Look at that. Before and after. And that's just a few minutes of just rinsing it out. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Just cleaning everything out, rinsing everything out. Getting all that nasty stuff out of there. So I'll go ahead and get this done. You guys don't want to watch me doing all this nasty stuff to make you throw up. So I'll get this filter taken care of and we'll move on. As you can see here, the aquarium's all put back together. All this stuff here is just temperature difference between the room and the water here, but that'll go away after about 24 hours. Our little Linda here, the yellowfoot or yellow-bellied turtle, Easel Pete's yellow-belly turtle is in here, and the basking light's on. So I think we got everything pretty well set up for now. I know it looks a little bare, but that's just because we're going to be adding more stuff later on. We're going to get fresh rocks for the bottom. Probably put some plants in there maybe to take root, and that'll help in the filtration. The filter is definitely 100% after all that nasty stuff was removed, but yep, she's happy for now. She's got a clean house again, and I think that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching.